Yeah. So, and this goes only with trust. The Hun Yuan. So there is a individual Yi. This is the individual intellect and mind. Okay, the individual. And then there is the Hun Yuan. There is Hun Yuan Qi and Hun Yuan Yi. So this Hun Yuan means the, let's say, the mind before time. Yuan is the origin. Yeah, and Hun Yuan is also translated as universe, but actually this character Yuan means also origin. Yeah, but that origin before existence. Yeah, so the mind before existence, how we reach that, how we can come close to this mind, how? Not with our intellect, because the world we are opened our eyes into is not unlimited. It's diversity, okay? I mean, from the Hun Yuan it is unlimited, yeah? But from our eyes, when we open our eyes, it is limitation. Our life has a limit, our breath are count, you know, everything is limited in our life. So that and the, let's say, school teachings, okay, design our mind, and with that mind we are not able to understand this Hun Yuan mind. We are not able. The Hun Yuan mind tells us something, but we think, yeah, but that's not possible, you know, because let's say scientists haven't proven it, yeah. But actually, when a scientist proves something, it's also not a proof to me. No, it's true. It can be true, but I haven't discovered that. But it's also believing. Let's say I read it in a magazine, in a Scientific America or something, in a magazine, and then I say, yeah, they proved it, but that's believing in them. That can be true. I don't say it's wrong or something, yeah. But I just want to let us know, let me know, that scientific proofs are also beliefs until you prove it for yourself. You understand? So therefore, scientific beliefs can be something, and my mind believes into that. But in order to open the mind, we must go the other way around. 你好, we must go the other way around. Which way? Trust. Because this acceptance of the Hun Yuan, let's see it this way. I don't want to measure it, but let's say this is Hun Yuan, and we are a little dot on it, yeah? So my intellect doesn't know about this. It just knows about this dot. So everything more than that is not possible for my intellect. So, but my trust can grasp. Because, why? Because you don't think much about it. But then the deep thought comes with the time. With the time. It's not like sitting there and say, how can it be true? No, it's like, okay, I trust it is possible. Immortality, Janmu Dadi, yeah, 5 dragons bring to the heaven. You can say, yeah, but maybe it's just symbolic. Of course it has symbols. But if your mind is not able to leave it and leave the trust, give you this energy of course it happened for sure. As they tell the story, the 5 dragons came up and bring Jinwu to the heavens. If you are not able to say this, so you are limited in your individual mind. Yeah? Only the acceptance of the, let's say, das Unmögliche, impossible, makes your mind later follow it. Yeah? So the intellect, let's say, knows from here until here, but when your trust goes until there, one day this intellect follows. Then, now I speak something, maybe he doesn't believe. Because my intellect been here, so I can speak about this. So then he follows, now he speaks and he says, yeah, but that is maybe symbolic, maybe metaphor, you know, and doesn't believe what he says. Why? Because his intellect didn't go there. Unless he says, okay, I trust, I accept, this can be true. Like 42 years of cultivation in a cave. And long periods of time, no food, no water. You can take it as metaphor, but you can take it with symbolic meanings as a true happening. So then suddenly a new world opens up for you, because everything what we do is about programming. Everything is about programming. So when you open your eyes and I give an example for myself. I have a lots of paperwork to do. Then when I open my eyes in the morning, like, oh my God, I just want to turn to the other side. Yeah. So because my reality is that. So, but when I know, okay, there's a sun rising, I go for my qigong and I go to the forest today, boom, I wake up differently because I program myself. You understand? And like this, we must now understand the whole lifetime. It's not only one morning or like a couple of weeks, you know. It is actually the truth, what you live inside yourself manifests around you. And this, I tell you, sometimes can be very bitter. Because the changes people make through, if there's a lifting of the soul, are really painful. Think of your body. Let's say I had a student who, you know, straightened, like he was walking like this because he had a little bit of, wie nennt man das? Yeah, like it was like this. And then of course straightening up is a pain for the moment, but also on the long run, practicing this healthy stance and alignment between heaven and earth, we know it's healthy for the body, but suddenly the spine starts changing, and every change means pain. You must understand this. So it happened to you something, a surgery, pain. Surgery to heal you, pain. Like this, now you had one way of viewing the world, now it changes. What will happen around you? Painful things. Why? Because your reality is about to lift. You must understand this. So, of course, it doesn't mean everything comes with pain. This doesn't mean that. Some things we can also reach and overcome through wisdom and not through pain. There are ways how to make this, yeah? But generally speaking, every change, there's an old word, Sufi word, yeah, saying, always when I want to translate this, it's very difficult. No birth goes without pain. The question after that, so is love without pain beginning of eternity? Question mark. Again, no birth goes without pain. The question is love without pain the birth of eternity? So because it's without pain, if the love is without pain, maybe that is the birth of eternity. Because everything ending has somehow pain. Yeah? Every birth that ends someday is connected to pain. Yeah? So maybe something, in this case love, if this is possible without pain, maybe it is the birth of eternity without end. Yeah? So this gives us also a complete different look into universal Gesetze, rules, yeah, laws, yeah. So in individual laws, yeah, I mean, falling in love is something, loving is something, losing somebody is pain, right? But maybe for the eternal love, there is no such things, such emotions. Yeah. So from there we must come back now, come back to to our topic. Yeah. Yeah. So therefore, the trust into unlimitedness, the trust into eternity, makes changes within you, because it will happen things in your life, it will manifest, because you are about to change internally. Yeah? Don't see it too, I know this by myself, it is difficult, but don't see it too tight, everything what happens. Yeah? Because measured to eternity, it is not existent even, you know. It's easy to speak, I know, and I don't want to take too much words in my mouth with this, but just to give you this key of opening. This is the trust. The intellect is good to explain things, understand things, but for your own cultivation, the trust comes first. Yeah? And with that, I don't mean blind trust. Blind trust is, okay, I believe you. That's it. But live trust is, I research now. I discover. I go the distance. So Hun Yuan, I'm gonna stand. What happens after 1.5 hours? What happens? I stand this pain. Is there pain after 1 hour? Like trying out, discovering, because everything what your teacher tells you, it's for him right and truth. But for you, when you send Wuji Zhuang, Hunyan Zhuang, Sansai Zhuang, you must discover. Yeah? Like Shisan Zhuang, like the 13 pillars, when you go through it, 2.5 hours, let's say, then there's something I cannot explain to you, because there's your discovery. Yeah? And that is what I truly call scientific. That is true science, because it's from you to you. And it doesn't speak for others. It's your real own truth, what you discover there. Yeah? Short, 3 inner harmonies. Heart with the mind in harmony. Mind with the Qi in harmony. Qi with the Li in harmony. So here also we see Qi and Li, they are not the same.